Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Friday, which means a new video, and it means that we are doing a reaction video because episode 23 of The Next Step is now out, which means we have one more episode of season 7, one more episode till maybe the end of The Next Step Forever if season 8 isn't confirmed. So anyway, yes, predictions for this episode. I feel like we will see Rochelle doing her solo this episode because obviously she said last episode that it's her turn this week. So she'll do her solo, Next Step will watch her. And I also have a weird feeling that Rochelle will probably lose and she'll end up in the resurrection round against The Next Step. And The Next Step will somehow miraculously win. And I also feel like Ozzy will do the redemption solo, resurrection solo, even though he wasn't in the original listing to go up like Finn and Kingston were. So I feel like Ozzy and Rochelle will go against each other in a dance battle. Oh, also, I was restudying the trailer of The Next Step Season 7B, and you know that image of Piper sitting down in the chair, and in my reaction that I did initially to that with my boyfriend Jacob, he said that it looks like she's doing an interview, and I said it looks like she's like being like talked to the same way that James and Riley did it in the music room.
That looks like an interview.
She'll either be sitting there the same way that Riley had to sit and watch James do a dance to try and win her back, or she's doing some sort of interview like you said. So I feel like Finn is gonna give like a big apology to Piper when he's done not enough to apologise like that for. Those are all the predictions I have, because I was also going to say that B Troop do their dance that they do in Studio A in this one, but neither Emily or Nick are at the studio, so which adult is supervising them, please? And someone else has told me that that's in the last episode because they've seen the synopsis or something. So yeah, I'm discounting B Troop from this episode, even though I would like to see them, and I'd like to see Cleo and Jude because it seemed like they were only in one episode and then they disappeared again. I'd also like to see Miss Angela, but we've given up hope with that, haven't we?
We got eliminated last night because I missed my flight.
They didn't get eliminated because Finn missed his flight, did they?
I'm serious, you can't blow this for us.
I hate that I messed things up with the team.
Literally, Kingston knows why he turned off his alarms. He was there. And Kingston knows that Finn was trying to get back. Like, we've moved on. Like, yeah, we know he missed his flight, it was stupid of him to fall asleep. Move on, forget about it. It wasn't just Finn's fault. If we literally watch one dance again, there's so many things that weren't great about that dance. It wasn't just Finn and Piper. Like, no one's moaning at Piper for messing up the dance, are they?
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Talking to Piper, relax.
Why is also Kingston so like... I've never really liked Kingston anyway, and I don't like Lily either. I feel like Lily's that girl that like would be at school and she'd smile at you, and then as soon as you walk past she'd give you a dirty look. I don't like Kingston or Lily.
If he had been on time, our dance would have been better.
Do you want to know what? Your dance would be better if you'd acted professional and just put on a brave face. Literally, if Piper had just pretended that she was in love with Finn for 3 minutes, they might have been better. If the choreography had been more in sync, it could have been better. If Henry and Kenzie didn't come from the curtains and just do an aerial and a backflip and then proceed to do pretty much nothing for the rest of that section of the dance, it would have been better. It's not just Finn. Oh, maybe Corner isn't Rochelle's song then, because now these guys are dancing to it. Well, that's my theory out the window. I put myself in this corner.
They dance with their eyes and their eyebrows. They tell a full story.
I haven't seen them use their eyes or their eyebrows once yet. Also, that little push seemed very lifeless to me. I felt like that could have been bigger. I'm not impressed so far. It doesn't seem the most energetic routine. And I don't just mean like jumping up or down. I mean like, even in tiny movements, you need to put energy into them. And this isn't satisfying me very much. That is cool though. Rochelle's got these guys easy. Like, you can't be mad at Rochelle for talking to Jones and then cast her out completely. Like, pick a side. Like, do you want Rochelle to be your friend or not? Hang on, let me give an estimate for the score that I would give them. Personally, no higher than 60. I mean, I don't know what they base the scores off, whether there's categories out of 10 and then they like give a median, but I wouldn't give that more than 60 out of 100.
97.
96? 91.
They're just gonna give everyone 97 out of 100 first time. Like, who gets 97 out of 100 on their first dance? Like, if we found out that they were doing it out of a few different categories and then they find out an average, that'd be better. But it's just like they're doing 97, 100. Oh, wait. Okay, I forgot my theory. I think, you know how they play the video before their performance, even though they didn't do it for Hard Ice? Plot hole. I think they'll play Rochelle's video, and obviously the only footage they have of her is at the next step, and they'll use that in their critiques and be like, oh, you should have stayed with the next step, you would have been better with them, maybe the next step would have had more of a chance if you were on the team. Just, they'll bring the next step into it, and then she'll realise, like, people only know her as a next step dancer or something. That's what I think will happen. Or she'll get injured in some way, or she'll mess up the routine because she's too big for her boots, and then she'll end up in resurrection round, like I said.
I'm performing for an audience this big, so I'm leaving everything I have on this dance floor.
Why didn't they show the video if they showed it for the next step in all the groups? Is it just for the groups that they show that? Because they show them as a studio? I don't know. I would have liked to see a video all about Rochelle, and I felt like it started a bit too abruptly. Like there was no getting her in position and then waiting for the music to kick in. It was just a bit fast. Oh yes, go on. But the solo is really, really good. I think her audition was better, personally. Just cheer, be polite. Even if they didn't know Rochelle, as competitors, they're supposed to at least politely applaud. They're just being disrespectful at this point. Like, put aside how you know each other and just be professionals. Like, they cannot expect to win Dance Mania and then be deemed professional dancers if they're not willing to act like professional dancers. It's a joke. A-Troop need to go back to the studio, rehearse again, take a leaf out of B-Troop's book.
Get a mop and a bucket, because there is a puddle of water on that stage.
Oh! Roasted. Okay, but why is there only 2 rounds in this whole competition? You do your first performance, and if you do good enough, you're in the final. There's no build-up along the way. And A-Troop are just there like sulky children. Okay, wait. Does Nick have his hand on Emily's knee? No, it's his knee. Okay, I had a panic then. I thought Nick had his hand on Emily's knee. I was going to be like, stop fangirling. Sorry for the alarm. Right, let me just carry on. That's Pyro, who is a choreographer for the next step. It's like they're just throwing everyone in. Like Jan is also an actress for the Dance Mania. But let's weigh up the potential candidates to compete against the next step in Resurrection. Do we think it's going to be the unknown dancers that we haven't seen perform even a snippet of their dances? Or do we think it's going to be the only named duet and the only other competitor we've seen? Put your bets on now. I think it's going to be Hard Ice.
Hard Ice!
Whoa! How did I predict that? Oh, hang on. So Hard Ice are a duet, which means that Kingston and Finn will go against them, because if they were a solo act that were chosen, it would be a solo that would go against them. So it's definitely going to be Finn and Kingston. We just need to find out the style now.
Hip-hop.
Surely they wouldn't be allowed to pick their dominant style. That's ridiculous. Because now, watch Finn and Kingston pick freaking ballet or something. It's musical theatre, but I reckon the song for this will be the one that sounds like dum 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 dum.
I'm glad it's not me who was chosen for this round, because I can't stand musical theater.
Okay, Ozzy.
Hard Ice will choose a member from the next step, and the next step will choose someone from Hard Ice.
What? What? So you're telling me Finn rehearsed for absolutely nothing? For them to just pick a random person, just like in season 4. This is what I said I didn't want to happen. Oh, why is there always twists and loopholes? Right, and now, here's another game for you guys. Let's do a prediction. Who do we think is going to get chosen by Hard Ice from the next step to compete in the musical theatre round? Do we think it's going to be Finn, Kingston, or Ozzy, who just explicitly said he hates musical theatre? Oh, let's find out.
Glasses over there.
Oh! They all could have just been shocked at musical theatre, and Ozzy didn't have to have the talking heads, and they could have just pointed and then it'd be like, whoa, Ozzy! So now we'll have the dance battle that means everything. But honestly, I reckon Ozzy could probably beat him.
I can't do this. There's absolutely no way.
Yes, you can. I'll help you.
Ozzy? I've never seen Ozzy like that in my life. Where's this wholesome Ozzy been all season 7? Oh, go on Ozzy, I'm rooting for you. You win this dance battle for the first time in your life. But the way that Finn said that he needs to find a way to make it up to Piper just strengthens my theory that he's going to do this big apology while she's sat down and just... God, I'm so over it.
Run, jump, jump.
This is a song. Look at Finn being a mature member of A Troop helping his teammate. Did any of the other teammates offer to help Ozzy? No. So they're still going to be mad at Finn? Probably, because, you know, the next step are immature children. Like, literally, Finn is doing the utmost to help the team. He made one mistake and everyone is holding it against him.
I've just taken off my makeup, sorry, but I've just thought, what are Nick and Emily doing while Ozzy and Finn are preparing for the resurrection round? Like, are they just having a coffee or something? Surely it's their job as the studio head to help the dancer prepare for this round. Like, Nick was helping A-Troop with the first round of Dance Mania, so they're just not going to help Ozzy at all and leave it all up to Finn? When Nick emphasised how important resurrection was, like, literally, why don't the adults do their job? You can see how stressed this made me, like, literally, look at my hair. It's a joke.
All they're doing at the moment to help Ozzy be confident is sitting on these chairs slouching. They could be sat in the audience helping Ozzy and saying, oh, you know what, you're really good at this move, you could implement that. Cheering him on when he gets something right, because he's nervous. Put your hands up.
I hope Ozzy destroys them.
She hopes Ozzy destroys them, but she hasn't actually offered Ozzy any support. Literally, I don't like Lily. Like, none of them are smiling. Like, why aren't they getting Ozzy in a good headspace right now? They're literally just accepting defeat already.
And if he doesn't win this, no one on A-Troop will ever forgive me.
Finn, not everything is about you. What? Oh, God, why is Finn making me dislike him again? Why did he even bring up that no one's gonna like him? No one's gonna... Why would anyone not like Finn because Ozzy lost?
Then the next step goes home, and I'll never see them again.
What, never again, ever, in your life? Okay, this is better than what the duet was. I feel like Henry could beat him though, if Henry was going against him in a hip-hop battle. I don't feel like he could beat Henry. I reckon Ozzy will bring it.
It's going viral.
Right, on one hand, I want to think that they were only sulking to try and put on an image to cover up the fact that they had their t-shirts underneath. But I feel like it was very genuine that they were all miserable and now suddenly they're all happy for Ozzy again. Like, honestly, I'm so over it.
The shirts were all Finn's idea. I guess it was pretty thoughtful.
Yes, it was. It wasn't pretty thoughtful. Piper, just admit that Finn is a good person at heart. Like, sorry, but did you just see that guy push Piper out of the way? I expected like a talking head after that or something, but okay. Rude. Kadabra. Go on, Ozzy! But that was a really good solo. I like it. It wasn't like proper musical theatre. Like there were a few things like the whoa that didn't need to be in there, but it was very entertaining and I liked it a lot more than Courtesy, so I would choose Ozzy to be resurrected. Do you know what I kind of wish though? I wish that it hadn't been a random person and they just said, oh, you have to pick a soloist, and Finn was chosen so that Finn could redeem himself for the team, because I feel like Finn's done all of this for Ozzy and the team now love Ozzy again. Like, they didn't have faith in him before, but now they do again. No one has still like apologized to Finn and said that they stick by him and they forgive him for stuff. Like, it wasn't his fault that they were in the resurrection round in the first place. I just wish that Finn had the chance to redeem himself, because it would have been really nice to hear the judges talk nicely about Finn and to have everyone cheering him on, and, you know, I just hope Finn gets, like, redeemed.
Even if we don't make it to the finals tonight, I'm still really proud of Ozzy. He proved himself to the team.
Finn, stop! You're gonna make me cry. 98. Oh, I'm a psychic.
Just last night under the big sky.
What? What's going on?
She'll either be sitting there the same way that Riley had to sit and watch James do a dance to try and win her back.
I can't wait every time I turn, I only see your face, this crazy world.
I don't want to say I predicted it, but I predicted it, and honestly I hate it. Why isn't Piper doing this for Finn? Like, why isn't she apologising for blowing out of control and blaming him for everything, not letting him sit with her, not holding his hand? messing up the dance equally on her behalf. But I cannot fault that Finn is smooth and he is a cutie. When James did this for Riley, it's because he cheated on her, literally cheated on her. Finn hasn't even done anything that bad to deem this kind of a demonstration of affection. It's a big fish, little fish cardboard box. Oh!
But in the end, we're always there for each other.
You're not though, are you? You're not. You were literally not. Like, you were just willing to end it because it was late. Piper's such a... Piper irritates me. She really, really does.
Finn inspired Ozzy to do his best. So, we'll do anything to help Finn out.
They are such hypocrites. It annoys me so much. Like, you can't be mad at someone 1 second and then be all happy and clapping and listening to them sing. Really ticks me off. Okay, can't fault that was a really cute kiss, but like... But Piper didn't even apologise. She was just like, yeah, we're in the finals now. Girl.
I'm starting to wonder if I made the worst mistake of my life. I guess I'll find out tomorrow night.
Right, so we have 1 episode left, and in that 1 episode we need to see B-Troop doing their dance. We need to have some Cleo and Jude moment, because the last time we saw them they kissed and that was it. They weren't even together. We need to see the final of Dance Mania, find out the winner of Dance Mania, and have some kind of cliffhanger.
Me again. Also, we need to find out what Emily's decision is going to be, whether she'll take Nick's offer or Michelle's offer. We need to see that Summer gets her face of Absolute Dance taken off her. And we need to see Miss Angela. And we need to see the dancers deciding what they're going to do with their future. So yeah, just a fair few things to put in the final episode. Good job, it's an extra 5 minutes long.
It seems a lot to shove on the end of the episode. Like, it doesn't feel like there's only 1 episode left. It feels like there's at least 3 or something. I don't feel like hyped or anything. I don't like how Rochelle is like lingering around the team either. Like, she picked her side. At least write her character that she made the right decision and that she's proud of her decision. Because she's said that multiple times now.
They think I can't beat them? Challenge accepted.
Right, the theme of this video is pick a side. If you're mad at someone, be mad at them. Have integrity and stand for what you believe in. If you're okay with someone, be okay with them. If you're proud of your decision to go solo, own it. At least own it. Don't keep lingering around your old team and being like, oh, I hope I go back someday. Alright, anyway. If we review that episode, the scores are way too high all the time. I don't understand how everyone is just in the 90s all the time. I loved Finn's song and dance. I thought it was so cute. I just wish that Piper had actually owned up to the fact that she was also in the wrong, because she hasn't. She's just been like, oh, I was waiting for you to do a big grand gesture for me. Also, Kingston and Lily are the most two-faced people possibly on the team. They were ignoring Finn and criticising him for making mistakes, and then when he helps Ozzy, they're like, oh yeah, you're our best friend, you're so good. I don't like A-Troop. The only things I genuinely liked were Finn's song and dance, except I didn't like he was doing it for Piper. And I liked Ozzy's kind of redemption arc, but I would have liked Finn to have that so that the team forgave him, instead of just randomly bringing up that Ozzy is suddenly insecure, even though he's been acting childish all season. If they'd given hints throughout the whole season that Ozzy wanted to be taken more seriously, instead of him, you know, doing graphic design on Rochelle's poster.
No mustache shall ever touch the upper lip of Rochelle again.
Why do I gotta guard the bathroom?
Because that's where the poop belongs.
Saying that Rochelle's gonna love him one day and that they're gonna get married.
Not as good as me. I'm the best. And by the end of this, Amy's gonna really think I'm in love with her.
Yeah, because you've been chasing Rochelle for 3 years, right? Yeah.
How do you know? Maybe me and Rochelle are in love and you just don't know that yet.
Yeah, in your dream.
You know, having dance battles with Heath, making a fake airport for Heath, doing all of the, like, Thunder Bros as well. Like, if Ozzy all season had been doing things to make himself seem more mature and trying to get out of everyone's, like, perception that he's really childish and immature, it would have made more sense to suddenly have him faced with this dilemma, but it's literally out of nowhere, and I would have preferred it for Finn, honestly. It seems like there's too many things that are out of the blue. It's like they thought, oh, you know what, we should probably do the twist here, so let's just have it as it's a random soloist now instead of a duet, which they've spent hours doing and is the reason that Finn was late to the whole show, because he was rehearsing and he's not even going to get to rehearse now. And let's have Rochelle regretting her decision, even though she seemed very adamant that it was the correct decision because she went to the lengths to get it in the first place. Let's have the judges give them all 90s all the time and high scores. If I rated it out of 10, I honestly don't think it would get higher than like a 6 potentially, because the only thing that stands out for me is Finn's song and dance, and I just feel like it was completely hypocritical of everybody else. So yeah, and I liked Ozzy's thing, it just seemed out of nowhere. So I kind of want to say lower, like 2, because I only gave 2 positives. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see next week, but I'm not excited, and Dance Mania overall has been very underwhelming for me, if I'm honest. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a like if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment of your thoughts. Let's get a chat going in the comments. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to have another reaction video next week, and I also upload 3 times a week as a whole. So yeah, I'll see you on Sunday where I have a Q&A video, and then I'll see you again next week for another reaction. Bye guys. That was such a sad goodbye. Goodbye.